1,000 litres.
Yucca.
There she is.
And the last thing to show you in our camp spits out
We call that the fertile land. Woo!
a little stream. Cow o'clock, a bit of a bird's eye view.
The direction down, like right, just gorgeous.
We're Gemma and Filipe, a small family on a big journey, who felt the call to start over, so we left the UK and landed in the wilds of Southern Portugal. Everything we have is going into creating a sustainable homestead for our family and future generations to come. Join us in our journey from roots to fruits. We bought this beautiful piece of land over a year ago. It was as raw as it gets, with nothing but wild overgrowth and an abandoned ruin in the middle of it. The more time we spend here, the more we fall in love with it all. In this video, we will walk you through our land from top to bottom, showing the land features and some of the structures that we've managed to get in place.
Okay, hello! Greetings again from Alentejo. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're very excited because we'd really love to share with you a tour of our land. We're going to make this video a land tour. And we're going to take you on a little route around and show you the 3 hills and all the different aspects that make up our land. We looked at a lot of different lands before we found this one, and there was always something complicated about the shape. Like either it was like, you know, very elongated or strips, or someone owned different parts of it. There was always something a little bit off or a bit complicated. When we saw this land, first of all, on paper or screen, I mean, it had this really nice coherent shape, and it felt like the first time I laid eyes on the border, something said, yeah, this could be it. Yep. Where are we going to start?
And we're right here at the top of our land.
Mm-hmm.
This is our gate. Huh?
Yeah, we put these poles in to
2
show
poles.
the top.
We actually put a chain, but someone took it. So yeah, we're at the top of our land, which is the north side, and we'll run our way down. But first we'll start taking you guys to a little road that we found that way, still at the top of our land, which was used to, I think it was made to have beehives. So when we bought it, when we came to see it, there was some beehives on this tiny road. No car could get it. It's like almost a pedestrian road.
Beautiful views up here. You can see much further. You know, I don't know if it will show up so much on camera, but like beyond that very obvious hill line, there are even higher skylines of not quite mountains, but on their way.
Just about see it.
What are these called again?
Steva.
Steve. We have a lot of steva, which means the bees love it. This is why the beehives were around here, right? Because they have such an abundance of steva flowers. So many other wildflowers.
Yeah, there's wild lavender too.
Yeah.
This is the one. What have we got here?
Did it always have a cover on it? Did you put that on?
Yeah.
It always had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be a lot more green, now it's kind of just grey.
If you've watched our other video about installing a borehole, this is a really important piece of the water jigsaw. One day we're going to be able to use the pump from the borehole down there to fill this tank, and then we're going to have 1,000 litres of water, and then we can use gravity to take it back down the hill to do what we want with it. That's the plan, mate?
Pretty much. So you see these 2 piles of dirt here? This was hand dug.
Without
rock
tools.
with essentially shovels, which is not good. We needed a pickaxe for
It's
this.
really hard, yeah, and without a pickaxe, yeah. And
So that was
really hard.
crazy. But Ollie was a good sport and we did it.
Yeah.
And this is the end of the road, and this is where the beehives were. There we had about 10 beehives all lined up around there.
And we're interested to have beehives again, but potentially not here. What was the verdict on that?
Yeah, we think we want to have beehives, but perhaps here is too close to camp, to where we are.
Yeah.
So we will have to think where to put them. Okay, well let's essentially walk back to that road there and then make our way down. Cool, so we're here. This is the container area. This is where Senor Antonio found this area when he was digging around with the bulldozer. And this used to be what we call an eira in Portuguese, which is a threshing floor. So this is where they thresh the grain. And yeah, basically he cleared it out for us. And we've put a shipping container in here, along with the newly built shade structure. Show us around the crib.
So this shipping container, we've done a whole video on how we insulated inside so that it is ready for storing things and also as a workshop, but we're not going to get into that now.
Yep.
Now it's just more, this is an area which has huge potential. We built this structure to give us, so it's very sunny now, but we've just had weeks and weeks of rain. So rain protection, sun protection, and we're thinking how we could do some wind protection as well. The wind is mainly coming this direction. So even if we just do something at the minimum with some tops on this corner, it could make a big difference, but stay tuned, we've got some, potentially some pretty cool plans there. But in a nutshell, we want to move our outdoor kitchen up here, probably in this corner. We want to have we're going to make a lot of things out of pallets on this channel. Right? We're going to be like, what can you do with pallets? Pallet sofa, pallet dining room table. So it's going to be like a bit of a flexible space. Like it will be, like I say, somewhere that we can cook, a little bit protected from the elements. That will be an improvement to what we've been doing before. We'll be able to wash up. We're talking about having a shower around here. But like, I really want this to feel almost like an interior space, you know. We've got so many stones everywhere with like stunning, beautiful colors. We can make a really nice floor. We can paint this potentially. I like the idea of that, and just, you know, make it a little bit cozy. I think is the word. Here. So that's the plan.
Oh, and show the people our first
Yucca.
planting.
Not yucca, yucca.
Yucca. Gemma says yucca, I say yucca. Yucca sounds like yucky quite a lot.
I don't know. Well, always call it yucca.
So I like yucca. Yeah, these are quite beautiful when they grow very tall and they put out a lot of shoots like that. So I don't know, it's looking a bit yellow but quite upright.
This was a
I think it will
cutting from someone else's tree that it was already in quite bad shape. It wasn't like it had been left for a while, so this is an experiment. It may I think it's going to be okay.
Mommy, this is a
Filipe.
Okay, so yeah, before we get to, well, we're right next to the camping area, so to speak, the heart of our land. But we wanted to show you guys first, we've had some, what's it called? Some landscaping done, some terracing. This is the first terrace that we did, tiny one. So far we've only got our compost bins there.
But again, in terms of this off-grid just early days, starting out, important piece of the puzzle, hey? If you're going to have anything, you need a compost. Guess what it's made out of? Pallets.
And then we've got a nice windy road, which is essentially then turns into a couple terraces. We've got big ideas for those there.
This was just a green, as you can see how it continues up, the whole hill was like this. And then we've just kind of carved out these two platforms. There's one here behind this eucalyptus. Here, yeah, the thinking is 2 cabins are going to spring up in place here.
Yes.
Swing round.
And now the camp area with our lovely room.
There she
Typer built,
is.
traditional construction. This Typer, I've been trying for about a year and a half to enroll on a Typer course. It keeps getting postponed and cancelled.
August it's going to be.
But yeah, we'll make it happen. It will happen soon. Because we want to rebuild it. We want to rebuild it and make it our lovely home in the near future.
Yeah.
But first we've got to learn how to do it. So yeah, in the meantime, we're just developing some things around it. But that's let's say the main course, isn't it? So here we are. Camp out area right in front of the ruin. Is where we've got our van. This is our kitchen 1.1 version.
It's just a little bit higher, so I'm not like this.
Exactly. That was 1.0. This is 1.1 where we've lifted it up and we've put it some wind protection. No rain protection, but this thing just seems to work. Even if it gets rained on.
This, I have to say, I'm so impressed with. I've cooked in all kinds of weather
this
conditions.
Piece of equipment
it does the job. But yeah, when the flame gets weak in the wind, it's really annoying.
Yeah. And the last thing to show you in our camp area is the borehole. There. So right now it's got the pump installed, but just this pipe coming up is all we've managed to do so far. So when we get it working, it just kind of spits out water that way, and we need to kind of catch it with our water containers. We plan on connecting this to the 1,000-litre water tank that you saw up the road. So that's a project for the near future. But yeah, all these lovely flowers, wildflowers growing around it. This is Gemma's favourite spot, because at this time of the day it gets shade and it's got these beautiful wildflowers.
The birds singing from all the trees all around, just the humming of the bees, the light in all the flowers, everything just kind of swaying.
From here we move down the footpath, which was the only access that we had to the ruin at the start.
Yeah, when we came to view the land, we came up that road. It was really wild. We call that the fertile land.
Yeah, it's where the cows come by. There's a guy that comes around with cows every single day, twice a day, and they eat some grass and they drop some manure there, so it's pretty fertile. And we were told by the estate agent that, that's where the previous owners grew some food.
It's part of the swing.
It's the part of the land with the swing.
So here we are by the swing. You can see that it's quite lush green area. And right down here we have got a little stream that's got some water running. Cow o'clock. These cows pass our land twice a day, every single day. That's pretty much our land for you guys. The last thing we're going to do is actually go up the hill, go up the road, and so that we can have like a bit of a bird's eye view of the 3 hills we talked about at the start of the video that we own. Yeah, and finish things off there. Okay, we're here.
This is it. Basically, you can see this is the drive that we walked down. 3 hills. We've got one hill to the left of our camp, which is the van and the container. Another hill which kind of goes up behind it. And then the biggest hill is to the right.
Yeah, kind of hiding behind this tree, but this is
kind of keeps
the
going.
biggest of the 3. So it's basically 1, 2, 3 hills.
Yeah.
And the flat bit at the bottom.
Yeah, so you can see that the hill kind of does this progression down like a wave with the road, and then this flat bit is down here. And that's it. It's always nice to come here because until we came to this viewpoint, we hadn't even seen really what the land looked like.
And this is also
This is the best place to watch the sun.
sunset
We
watching
use the
spot.
sun. If you see, like, there is still a little bit of sun hitting the van, but very soon it will be gone. But you can just come here and the sun will just go all the way down the valley. And it's just gorgeous. It's just
So maybe we're going to end with
time lapse.
a little clip of the sun setting. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.